Okay, you guys, I'm back at it again. Okay, this is the design I'm going with. You see, I've got the sheet metal up. That comes up about a little over 4 feet to the top here. This gives me plenty of privacy from the neighbors here. You can see them down there. There's their backyards there and there. And then these posts were running a little bit long, about a foot, so I decided I'd go ahead and put a top cap on like this, and I'm going to go ahead and leave them at this distance here, and I think that gives it a nice finished look. Those are 2x6s, cedar, everything's cedar here. Another thing is I put in these cross pieces here. They're needed certainly on the top and the bottom in case somebody leans something on top here. It won't crush the sheet metal. This sheet metal is actually pretty stout, but still that's where it would get bent right there. Say if a tree limb fell down or something and landed here, it won't hurt my sheet metal. And I used my pocket hole jig for that. I think it turned out really nice. All this is going to be natural. I'm not going to put a finish on it. It'll eventually turn to a gray, and I think that'll look pretty nice. So what I'm doing on these corners is I'm overlapping these. I'm putting in a half lap, so I need to take off this material here. And here, I'll show you what I came up with. I like to be as precise as I can. And I had Diane out here helping me, and I needed to do something else I found. So I made this jig that screwed right to my deck. That gives me a really nice mount or surface right there. So it'll make a real nice, tight, precise joint up at the corners. And I've only got 1, 2, 3 more boards to do. This is pretty time consuming. You can see I'm taking out quite a chunk. I'm taking out 3/4 of an inch at a pass, and I could reduce that, I guess, but this bit that I have is new, and it's this router here is pretty heavy duty, so I think I can eat through it pretty quickly. Anyway, I think this has turned out really good. And we're in October right now, so we still have nice weather, and it's very pleasant working out here in a short sleeve shirt. But you can see here, I'll walk down here for you again. You can see how nice it's going to be. I really like it. It's like when you're here, it's like being in a tree fort. When I first started walking around, I thought, you know, this is like a tree fort. And some of these limbs I'm going to have to take off later on, but I wanted to leave them on because they still offer some privacy. So I'll leave them on until the last minute. You can see where this one here is real close to the top rail. So eventually that limb is going to have to come off, and so is this one right here. But once I get the railing all the way up, I don't need that privacy up that high anyway. So this is a real nice, quiet place to be. When I'm standing here looking at the yard, it just makes the yard look so much bigger. Because, you know, standing right here, I'm 6 foot above grade because of this slope. Also, what I've got going here is this is going to be open, and I'm putting stairs. You can see my material right here. I'm putting stairs down to the ground, and that way we can go out there and garden, pull weeds, adjust the sprinklers, that kind of stuff. And probably the dogs will start using that also. So just coming right along. Okay, I'm out.